Welcome back, everyone, to Lore of the Shadow, where last time the enemy got Narquil. So, we are in a great deal of trouble. At least that's what I think.
Stay a moment.
You say that Amartyo's forces have recovered Narquil? This is terrible news, and undermines all that we have sought here to accomplish. Lord Elrond must be told. Seek for him in this library in Imladris, and give him these grim tidings, as well as the diary of Sarah Oakheart. He will know what can be done, if anyone will. All right, let's go and find Elrond. And that's what we found.
A strange fate brings you hither.
Your tale fills me with sorrow, Pinelore. The fall of Narmlith is a sad tale known by few, and then only in part. Of her imprisonment by Laredin following the Battle of Fornost I knew nothing. It grieves me that Laredin believed that I would not suffer Narmlith to live. The slaying of a captive is not the way of the Eldar, and she would have been safe in my house, though she remained a Marthiel. I believe that we can guess at the sad fate of Sarah Oakheart. Last in a long line of Narbleth's keepers, I do not doubt that she treated the daughter of Laredin kindly, but her payment was due. And more than that, Amartya learned the dark arts from her cruel master, and it seems that she took the visage of her jailer for her own. An unhappy fate. I am certain of one more thing, Pinelore. Angmar has not yet recovered Narquil. Really? Yes, the ways of the enemy are the ways of deceit. Do not give in to despair. If Narquil had been found, Amartya would have recalled her minions, and she has not done so. She may have learned some new information concerning its whereabouts, but the servants have not yet found it. Oh, so of this that I am sure. We must remain vigilant against them, as always, and continue our search. Alright, what? The enemy lying. Wow, I would never have guessed. Well then, see what we got from this. Actually, I think it's probably better. Well, giving instant morale is probably not something that I'm ever going to use because I'll always forget that it's there. Right, let's see, we've got... Here it is.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Though I believe that Angmar has not yet recovered Narquil, soon they will learn somewhat of its keeping, if not from their long search, but from Laredin himself. The tortures devised by the enemy can mar the mind as well as the body, and Laredin holds great knowledge. I would lay the task upon you, Pinelore. Return to Calenglad and Evendim, and seek Laredin. I may that this time in Middle-earth has already been brought to an untimely end, but I have my doubts against it, for Laredin's strong and wilful, and would not easily betray his purpose by force. Go quickly to Calenglad and Evendim, and find any tidings that you can of Laredin, be that good or ill. Right, back to Calenglad. Watch the incredible bouncing hobbit. So I'm wondering, do you have any news of Laredin?
How can I be of service?
Yes, it is well that you have returned, though it be under such circumstances. Word has come before you by an elf messenger from the house of Elrond. He bore tidings that you have come to seek the fate of Laredin. Right?
What can I do for you?
The enemy hasn't been idle in your absence. A great host has removed to Angmar, or so their trail led that way, for we did not follow them very long, believing it to be some trickery of ill deed. Of the fate of Laredin I have heard no word. My scouts have reported that a number of Amarthiel's servants have been making furtive efforts around Annuminus. Maybe it is by one of them that holds the clue by what you seek. Go and defeat the Angrim that still plague the city of Anuminus. One of them must know something about Laerdon. Alright, I will go and defeat Angrim. At the very least, I guess it'll work off some steam. And perhaps we'll get some news. Here's some Angrim. Well, before I could search defeated Angrim, I guess first I need to toss a bit of a fireball. Wonderful. Now they're expecting me to kill more of them. Oh, here's a captain. Maybe defeating him will provide us with some orders. Oh, I think I found something. Well, first let's deal with these guys. And you. Next. Oh. Okay, so now let's see what these orders say. Laerdon has been very useful to us already. Make with all haste to Barad-Tir'on and receive there further instructions from Ain. Further instructions from Ain. Well, however you pronounce the name, it looks like they're taking Laerdon somewhere. One of their captains was holding these.
What do you need?
Ah, orders from the enemy. Well, maybe this will be some help.
What do you need?
It seems that there is a chance that Laerdon yet lives. It is well that Laerdon's life has not been squandered at the treacherous hands of the Angrim, but what have they learned from him? I fear now that the folly of allowing the unhindered passage of the enemy out of our lands. But, for good or ill, that deed has been done, and now you must take all haste to Barad-Tir'on with trusted companions, for there lies the last hope of Laerdon. Once his usefulness to the enemy has been served, his life will be forfeit, unless they have some other evil contrived for him. Hurry now to Barad-Tir'on. My scouts have reported to me that most of the Angrim have removed from that place, and now only a small contingent remains behind to spoil and lay waste, believing in their folly that we will not return. Speak with Foghorn when you're ready to leave, okay? Right. Wonderful. Something inspiring, apparently. Foghorn. Is that somebody down here? Ah, yes. Here he is.
A clue found upon the body of one of the Angmarim reveals that the elf Laerdon may still be held at Barad-Tir'on and Anuminos, where he was captured by Amathrion's minions. It can only be hoped that he yet lives.
We'll find out soon enough, I guess.
Greetings.
We've arrived safely, but I fear that the enemy may be close upon our heels. I will hold the gate. Go now and seek Laerdon. Alright, I will seek Laerdon with my grand inspiration. Are these going to be level 40 odd enemies again? No, actually, level 50. Wow, what a concept. Well, we will have to deal with that. Alright, we'll just... I know, bashing him while we've got this guy smacking us in the face sounds a little bit weird, but I figured that will keep the cat from going back and forth. Alright, well. That was it. It did say a small force. It was just a little bit more elite. I mean, something closer to on level. Of course, I do have an inspiration bonus here. Let's see. Plus 35%. Yeah, okay. Plus, okay, we almost double damage. Okay, well then, let's see what we've got here. Nobody. I'm going to assume that this is not all that we're going to be running into. You can go. Yeah, they're going down pretty quickly for Siggies. So yes, there's definitely an inspiration bonus there. Alright, there we go. So up onto here and find out what's going on. Oh, a fresh blood has finally arrived. I trust that the few men left were no hindrance to you. I was instructed to give you a special message, a token from our mistress. But it has been so lonesome since she took the elf away that I must instead kill you. Or at least have some amusement before you go on your way. Oh, it's nothing like... Hey, 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 hey! Good grief. Nothing worse than a solo quest that has auto stunners in it. There we go. Well, that takes care of that. Oh, that's aim. What happened there? Where's Laerdon? Well, apparently somewhere else. One of Laerdon's knives. We must return this to Calenglad. We must leave quickly, before our presence is known. Right. Yeah, let's go. Believe it or not, it was another trap!
How can I be of service?
So Laerdon lives, but he's been taken away. You've learned much that I have feared in my heart already, Pinelore. That is yet another setback for us to consider. Well now, what do we have here? We have... nothing. That's what we have here.
What do you need?
When you left in pursuit of Laerdon, I sought counsel of my own, and I sent ahead scouts led by Gwathrin, one of the greatest trackers left here, to my northern company. So, as swiftly as you might, to Tarmdan Sura, east of Carndum. That is where you should find what you seek. The more urgent is that your quest now that it is known to Laerdon lives. Freeing him would be a mighty blow to the enemy, and would hearten those who fight against them. Alright, then let's go to Tarmun Sursa in Angmar. Whee! Carndum looks even less hospitable here than it does from inside. Ah, here is Gwathrin.
What can I do for you?
Hey, old Pinelore. Calenglad told me that soon you'd be following. It is well that you have come so soon. It was not long before we were able to find the trail of the host that departed Evendim, for they were many and feared no pursuit. There were many days ahead of us, and were traveling with all speed back to their secured fortress. Thus they have come within sight of its walls before we were upon them, and I saw not the elf Laerdon.
Stay a moment.
I sent ahead scouts to espy the movements of the enemy, and I believe that Laredon may have been taken into Samath Ball. When the hosts from Ivendim first arrived here, they tarried a short while, and they have since departed. In their stead, a company of Vorks have been brought here to guard Samath Bal. One of my scouts has also saw a messenger from Karndum, who entered into the gatehouse. When he left that place, he summoned the creature Lozorduch, and he was called Keymaster, and he gave the messenger access into Samath Bal by the main door. These tidings troubled me, that the brutal Tarkrip now guards Samath Bal, and that the Kragarn and Alsberg have always been their fiercest fighters, and the most trustworthy and faithful of their cause. If you are to enter into Samath Bal unhindered, you must thin their numbers of the Tarkrip to obtain the door key. Return to me when you have completed this task, and we will strike at the enemy as quickly as we may. I must speak to you a word of caution, though. Go warily. Something is amiss, and I know not what the plans of Amarthiel has to those who oppose her. Using the Elf Stone allows you access to the inspiration buff while solo or in smaller fellowships. Okay, so therefore I need to go and defeat Tarkrip poisoners and jailers. Alright, so that's going to be quite a trek. But, seeing that I am in Tarmun Sursa, perhaps I could ask about this bracelet that I've been carrying around since forever. Hello, can you identify this?
The trade Duberdine served the Iron Crown.
What? Where did you find this? This belongs to my Deirdre. I thought it was lost forever when she was taken from me by the Angrim, but that was so long ago. Thank you for finding it.
Have you come to help us against Karndum and the trade Duberdine?
No. Find Deirdre. I'm sorry, that is not a solo quest. No matter what she's saying, finding Deirdre is not a solo quest. We found Deirdre, and we know what happened there. Maybe I should give her the bad news. I'm sure that this will be a nice, lovely little trek down here. Now, what are we going to find here other than Tarkrip orcs? Probably Alsberg orcs, other types of orcs, trolls, wargs, Angmren, Trevduvadine. Yes. But most of all, did I say trolls already? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Oh. Thank you for reminding me about the Uruks. I almost completely forgot about them. I mean, we obviously have to take care of... Well, apparently they decided to group the Uruk with the orcs. I'm sure they'll be properly insulted by that. This isn't exactly what I would call a hospitable place. Well then, what do you expect in Karndum? Well, I think it's time for us to head on down here. I think this is the right area. So I need to find these Tarkrip poisoners and jail... Oh, speaking of poisoners, there's one right over there. Well then, we will give it the shock of its life. And here we go over here. Now, I'm supposed to have some sort of thing here for inspiration. Yeah. Shimmering Elfstone. How about if we just bring this over here? Actually, let's bring this to top since... Yeah, quest in there, and Elfstone catches the refracts the light. Alright, so I've taken care of 2 of the poisoners. don't need to kill the pale folk, though we will if we must. I mean, they can sometimes be a real pain. Oh, that's a jailer. Alright, where's the part where I need inspiration? I mean, I was thinking how important it was going to be for me to get inspiration here, but I'm not convinced yet. Maybe there's another phase to this quest. As that's always a possibility. Either maybe killing after the jailer, there might be a guard that I'm supposed to kill afterwards. And that's what I need inspiration for. And let's see. Recover the gate key. Okay, so now is that over here? Ah, gatehouse door. Well, now, if there's any place I'm going to need inspiration, it's right here, I guess. No, not close enough. Oh, but I was near. Here we go. I'm inspired! Yes, to do great things. Hello! Oh. Ooh. Is it going? You again? Now that I'm fully rested. Oh. Oh, okay. I guess I should have expected him. Hey, ouch! Now that you're fully rested, now you're going to get a permanent rest. Well then, let's get back to Gwathrin. I have found the key.
Greetings.
Ah, good. And the tar crypt numbers have been reduced too. We are ready for our assault. We must go quickly and in secret, for if the suspicion is arise, Laredin would surely be put to a cruel end ere they could come to his aid.
Might I take a moment of your time?
We must hurry if we are to save Laredin. Take what companions that you know could be true and enter into Samath Ball. I know not what you will find into the dark place, but it is the only path left open to us. Speak to me again when you are ready to leave. Well, we will be ready to leave when we return for the next episode of Lore of the Shadow.